Drums are one of the most important of the various parts that go together to make a jazz band work. As a jazz teacher or as a musician, you need to have a working knowledge of all these parts, and of course, that includes drums and drumming. For many people, me included, brushes, how to use them, and how to help students get better at playing with brushes is a bit of a mystery. How do we explain brushes to students, or maybe even to the drummer in our own band? And how can our drummers get better at using them? Clearly I'm no expert, but luckily I was able to ask someone who is. I'm joined today by Simon Ert, a super swinging drummer from Sydney, Australia. Simon was kind enough to come in and share some great tips about drumming with brushes. So, over to you, Simon.
Playing brushes is a really important part of playing in a jazz band. And a lot of people think, oh, it's just for playing softly, like, which isn't the case. Brushing is not just all about playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and quietly behind people because you're playing too loud. You know, even though playing loud can be fun, it's all about the finesse of playing jazz and swinging a band. So I'm here today to show you a tip that was given to me many years ago by my teacher, John Morrison, which was given to him by Jeff Hamilton. So I'd like to talk to you about the rubber band technique. It's a great way for young players with this technique to just work on playing time, which is the most important thing when you're a drummer. The rubber band technique. So you get 3 rubber bands. And what you do then is you loop them together, like so. So you have 3 of them together. Like so. The great thing about this idea is that you use the rubber bands as a guide. Now, when you use it with the brushes, it makes a huge difference. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like you're at the gym. My knowledge of the gym. I went to school with a guy called Jim. He was a nice guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. At the same time, you hold your brushes, but you do circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you let the rubber band do its work. And it helps with time and smoothing out your playing. See how the rubber band moves with the time? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is mainly used for ballad playing and also for finesse as well when you're playing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, it is relevant at faster speeds. Then you can add your swing playing into it. So when you're playing the brushes, you need to have the brush tip up against the head. like so. So then you get that sound for the tip of the brushes. And then the same with the right hand as well. 2, 3, 4. If you have it flat, it sounds pretty muffled. You don't get the nice colour out of the brush than what you do when you're playing with the tip. I like a light wire, but it doesn't really matter if you use a heavier wire. I like a light wire because you get more staccato when you're playing with a horn line or something like that. But the main thing is just the wire. Thicker wire works a little bit better in the schools because they don't bend as easily. But I wouldn't buy a cheap pair of brushes. Always pay a little bit more. Don't buy the cheapest you can find. Spend a little bit more, maybe about $30 or $40, and you're going to get a decent set of brushes. Beginners, young adults, people who've been playing for many years and want to just pick up the brushes, this is a great way for them to start with brushes. Anybody can teach this technique. All you need is 3 rubber bands. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that just helps a young student handle the brushes where they think, what do I do with these things? These things are for Mars, but they're not.
Thanks, Simon, for those terrific insights into brushes. If you'd like to see more videos about teaching or playing jazz, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.